In this worked example, it demonstrates why it's so important to use logs in order to find a constant from some data. So it says that a is equal to b to the c times d, and also we've got how the data could be plotted where we've got log of a and log of b. So the first thing is to take logs of both sides, so this is going to be logs to the base 10. So we can say that log a is equal to c log b plus log d. So we've taken the power down, and because we're multiplying these two things together, we've added that. We then need to complete the table with what's on the y-axis, the x-axis, the gradient and the intercept. So first of all, on the y-axis we've got log a, and on the x-axis we've got log b. And that is then related to the equation that we've got up here. So what we could also write underneath this is that y is equal to mx plus c. So we can see that we've got the y term, the x term, and that means the gradient is equal to c, the big C that we've got here, and little c, the y-intercept, is equal to log d. So I think it's always really important to write out the equation for a straight line underneath this. So the gradient is large C, and the y-intercept is equal to log d. So of course, the last bit says to describe how the value of the constant d could be calculated from the graph. So what we know here is that the y-intercept is equal to log d. So this part here, confusingly, I've got a large c and a little c. This part here is the y-intercept. So if we want to find the value of d, we're going to do the opposite of taking logs, and that's to raise things to the power of 10. So we could say that 10 raised to the power of c is equal to d. So what you need to do is you need to work out the value of the y-intercept, and then you need to have 10 raised to this power in order to work out the value of the constant d. And that's why logs are so important, because they can be used to look at the relationship between these two quantities. By the way, this is just one of many videos I've made covering all of the maths that you need to understand for A-level physics. It's part of the mini course, which includes many more topic videos, multiple worked examples, and also a guide that you can download. You can find all of this over at alevelphysicsonline.com.